day off for Hosey.
Yeah, I mean, Hosey's been playing a ton, obviously, playing every day, and we're about to go 17 in a row after the off day. So we just thought, in talking with him, hey, 2 days, and they'd help him just kind of get everything under order. I mean, we all know Hosey plays hard, and he's always playing through little things, and he's been playing through things all year. So just get him 2 days and then be ready to go for the 17 in a row.
How's he handled just the way the team's sort of gone in circles or cycles since the All-Star break?
It's been tough on all of us, and the Hosey's no different. He wants to win. I mean, one thing you could say about Hosey is that he wants to win above everything else. So he's been great. He's been great to the guys. He's been pushing them, been encouraging them. So, like I said, it's just an off day for Hosey to rest his body and get ready for this 17 in a row.
Spoke a little bit about it last night with Quan. When he goes, you guys all go. Do you feel it even more so in a stretch like this when a guy can set the tone early like that?
Yeah, we felt it last night for sure. I mean, it's not fair to put anything on one particular person or two, or but that's what happens with Quan and Hosey. It always comes back to them. It's the reputation they've built for themselves. But we all have to do better. We all have to do our part. And but yeah, it was definitely not a coincidence that Kwani led off with a single and we end up scoring 3 runs.
I think you talked about it a little bit in Texas. You had trouble finding a number 2 hitter, or you mixed and matched a lot. What ideally, what's the ideal second hitter?
Somebody who adds the offense. Obviously Schnee's done a great job in the 2-hole for us, and Angel's done a great job versus lefties in the 2-hole. So we've seen different guys step up at different times. It's just the way we're constructed, we're never going to have the same batting order. I think we had 3 games straight this year, the same batting order. Other than that, it's been different. But that's how we operate here. We have to operate differently, and ideally, it's somebody who is getting on base and driving runs in and getting on base for the middle of the order.
So it's not necessarily a guy that is going to play little ball or anything like move the leadoff guy.
No, I mean you see how we play. We bunt when we should, and we swing away when we should. And I know you can argue that, but I think that there's times that small ball is different now. There's no more bunting a runner from first to second with nobody out. It really doesn't give you that much of an advantage. So ideally all 9 of our guys can bunt, and ideally all 9 of our guys can hit behind the runner. So we work on those things, and we're continuing to develop that.
How different is Rocchio at the plate now versus that first stint before he went to Columbus for a bit?
Yeah, I mean, he's back to being Brian Rocchio. His at-bat quality has been outstanding. He's been driving the baseball, working good counts, getting good pitch to hit. His 2-strike hitting has been really good. We've seen him get a number of big hits with 2 strikes for us, and just love the way he's embraced the position change. He's been playing an excellent second base, as everybody's seen, and can still go over to short when we need him to, but his at-bat quality has been outstanding.
Not to say that he wasn't focused, but when you have to make that count change and he's capable of purely playing both sides, does that clock in everything because of how focused you are in a way?
Maybe. I think it also just speaks to his versatility and desire to help this team win. It's not easy to go from being a Gold Glove finalist at shortstop and then you go to AAA and you come back and we ask you to play second base. That's not fun. But he handled it like a pro. He embraced it, and he's been working hard, really, really, really hard every day to get better at second base, and we're seeing a Gold Glove caliber second baseman.
Could that maybe relax him a little offensively, or because there's been a change offensively with him?
Yeah, I think it's more of just be you. That's our message. No matter where you're hitting in the order, no matter what the game situation is, just go be yourself at the plate. You don't have to be anything more than who you are, and we try to encourage that.
Slade had a stretch there where he was getting deep into games and pitching like he really wanted to see him pitch, and then the last couple of outings have been a little different. Just anything you can identify?
Well, I thought in Texas he ended up going 6 innings the last time out, so it was kind of get back on track. But the previous to that, just having a really hard time with his spin. It didn't really have the slider. Curveball command wasn't there, but we started to see some signs of that in Texas his last outing. So again, first time for Slade throwing this many innings, this many starts. There's going to be some growing pains, some learning opportunities, and but all in all, Slade has been absolutely outstanding for us. If you look at his numbers, it's really skewed by maybe 2 or 3 really tough starts, but outside of that, he's been phenomenal.
What Parker was able to do last night, sort of reset your bullpen. You guys are
Yeah, we're in pretty good shape. And again, we have 17 in a row on the other end, on the other side of tomorrow. So, but we got plenty for today, and you know, Parker really helped with that.
With that 17 in a row, do you already know kind of internally who you're going to add? I know you can only add, what, one position, one pitcher, or is that still going to be a debate going down the?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of things to sort through before. Is that Monday? Yeah, we have a lot of things to sort through. So we've got a number of names on both sides that we're talking through and see really just dissecting what we'll need at that point. But we've got a few more days to make that decision.
With Arias, he looks like he's a little bit in swing mode, or has been, or what are you seeing from him at the plate?
Yeah, I mean, he's getting pitched tough. You know, the league is, you know, the book gets out on you. And for Gabby, when he's keeping the ball over the plate, he's been great for us. A little bit, they're pitching him really tough. You know, they're throwing him fastballs up and in, and then they're throwing him breaking balls down and away. And for Gabby, when we've seen it for stretches this year, when he's making good swing decisions, when he's swinging at the right pitches, he's a really good hitter. But the way he's playing shortstop, he's going to continue to get opportunities, and he's learning. You know, we're having really good conversations with Gabby, and he's aware and he knows, and a little bit in between right now, a little late on the fastball, a little out in front of the spin. So getting him back on timing for the fastball and be ready to rock.